Taurasi heaves it. In and out. Rebound, Stewart. Opportunity for Seattle. Stewart right around Taurasi. Hits the jumper. Certainly benefited from 2 days off between games 2 and 3. Griner left it short.
But good patience from Brittany Griner, and we saw that in game 2 as well. Game 1, she was a bit rushed when the double came. They need her to be patient.
Stewart puts it in. Now 0 for 5 from the floor. Underneath, Turner can't reverse it in.
What a lead pass, though, by Diana Taurasi.
Here is Stewart, the MVP, trying to get inside, and she gets the whistle. They got the volley to the dome from Stewart. Canada missed that one. Stewart poked it alive, and Seattle wins it. Here comes the screen from Howard. On the switch, Howard lays it in.
First play of the game for Seattle. A little curl screen to get Brianna Stewart a touch inside the paint where she's so deadly.
Here's Tolliver, who's frigid in game 1. Brianna Stewart has the last 10 for Seattle. Lloyd gets free and lays it in. 11 points now for Brittany Griner. 20 from Taurasi, 23 from Dewana Bonner. Lloyd sees a seam and got whacked by Brittany Griner.
Well, her comfort zone is going back over that right shoulder towards the baseline.
Lloyd had a terrific first half, 5 assists, 11 points. And she
has a broken knuckle on her shooting hand, and that seemed to have been impacting her the past couple of games.
Lloyd again!
Washington Mystics, she is now 8 for 8 from the floor in these finals.
Clark sees a seam and lays it in. Since it was 9-8. Lloyd can't scoop it in. 5 for Phoenix and 19 in this first half. 2-for-1 opportunity for Seattle. Lloyd burrows in.
Gave birth to twins. Not only that, but she led the league in total minutes this season. So she's been a mainstay on the court.
Was making sure that they don't generate offense for Seattle. Percentage at 47%. Here is Lloyd. Lloyd looking for help, finds it in Clark. Into Stewart, deep catch, and spins it in.
Where she should be able to use that hyperbaric chamber, and that's been something that she's relied heavily on to get her back on the court after the initial left knee injury.
Well, you'd think Rebecca would be kind enough to just share hers because it's a requirement.
And that would be normally what would happen, right, in your regular scouting report. But Tiana Hawkins has proved that wrong a little bit tonight by knocking down some clutch shots. And she has a couple of threes. Hawkins decides to try another one, and that worked. Goes out for Ariel Atkins, opened up too much, but Hayes is a player that can hurt you in a variety of ways offensively. Just shot 4 of 12 on Sunday in game 4. Tolliver over Hayes, got it. Parker stays hot. Perfect way to start if you're Los Angeles. Elena Beard forces the turnover, and then Los Angeles gets the three-point shot. That aggression is what we need to see from the Sparks here. The aggression on the defensive end. It's got to turn up. Atkins playing with 3 personals. Shot clock winding down for Tolliver. Atkins bails him out big time. Basketball out. No rotation from Los Angeles, and Tiana Hawkins makes it pay. Washington's biggest lead of the night, now 16. Delagon against Parker. Hawkins again. Yes. Parker stays hot. Perfect way to start if you're Los Angeles. Elena Beard forces the turnover, and then Los Angeles gets the three-point shot. That aggression is what we need to see from the Sparks here. The aggression on the defensive end. It's got to turn up. Atkins playing with 3 personals. Shot clock winding down for Tolliver. Atkins bails him out big time.
Not the easiest of tasks. She's a great player, but we'll figure it out. Thank you, Christy.
Who are you in a game of chess, Ryan?
I don't know. I don't think I qualify. Bird got pushed. That's going to be an offensive.
Ariel Atkins, before training camp even, was shooting long threes. Deladon fouls beat.
Turner. Not that time. Canada finds Langhorne rolling to the rim. She lays it home.
Distance when Natasha Cloud is able to hit from the perimeter. She's hot and cold at times with her scoring.
Bird shaded by Tolliver. Here's Howard. A quick start for her already. How about the footwork? A couple of years we've known it would be an upset if it wasn't Minnesota and LA. This year one of those teams goes home tonight as Augustus muscles her way.
She takes balls away and then finishes. It is remarkable how well she plays on the defensive end. And I think we talk a lot about her advanced age, and she plays remarkable from the defensive end.
One of Sandy Brondello's keys to us at the end of the regular season, and then speaking with her today as well, as Taurasi hits the step back because.
So the technical plus possession for the Dream, who have their starting five out there except for Bentley, who is in, and Sykes goes all. Possible games on Sunday and Tuesday. Christy Tolliver scored the last 4 points. Coming up at the top of the hour, Phoenix at Seattle, game 2 of that semi. Atkins and Sykes. Sykes elevates. Whether it's Montgomery or Hayes, has to get going for them to win this ballgame. She had 8 threes in a game against New York in the regular season, which ties the WNBA record for one game. Good work by Williams to draw the foul.
The broken nose, the mask is her friend.
We'll see how it goes tonight, Holly. You are watching the 2018 WNBA playoffs on ESPN News and NBA TV as Phoenix wins the tip. Here is Taurasi. Quickly into Griner. The double comes. Griner passes out of it. Good rotation here to Bonner. Who connects?
Matchup for Leilani Mitchell. Wickham, however, has been terrific offensively for Seattle in this series.
So is Langhorne off the bench for Seattle. Lloyd checking to the scorer's table now. Nice find from Canada. Whitcomb, the floater is good.
Brittany Griner involved a bit.
7-point Phoenix lead. Stewart, a catch in the center of the lane, elevates and gets the roll.
End of the half. I mean, LeBron's a basketball savant on the court, and he's also a basketball junkie off the court. And it's no surprise that this is what's on, and this is what King James is.
Putting an emphasis, as you said, Rebecca, on Christy Tolliver getting going, and that's one thing they're relying on her in this series, in the finals. She's won a WNBA championship, coming to a Washington list.
The winner will go on to face Washington on Thursday. Nice entry feed. One win in decisive fashion for the Storm. Here is Whitcomb.
To handle that type of pressure.
No one has embodied that more than Diana Taurasi. We already referenced that she's 11-0 in winner-take-all games. Cam Beige.
Really foul her. That time I did not foul her. She was very frustrated and let the ref knew. That was funny.
And how could those free throws get her going? Langhorne lays it in on a... Both going into the Hall of Fame this weekend.
Tonight.
Our colleague Doris Burke as well, winning the Gowdy Award. Howard fading away, gets the roll.
WNBA Finals game has absolutely been a bright spot for Washington.
19 points, a 9 of 13 shooting. She's had a terrific playoffs as well as Hawkins comes over this. Lloyd, Stewart, Whitcomb, Howard, and Bird are the 5 for Seattle. Deladon back in for Washington as Stewart reverses it in.
Time for both teams.
Does Phoenix have to be careful trying to keep up this pace?
Yes, I think they do. They're going to be run when they can run, but they don't want to do this too much. Again, second game in 3 days plus cross-country travel.
Williams very...
It's Dallas off to a good start. I think it's critical, Pam, that the Wings get off to a good start in this road environment. And they showed us in the studio about the differential between playoff experience. So I think they need to get off to a good start.
Reiner set a good screen for Taurasi, and she was just...
Celadon back out there on the court for Washington. It looks like a totally different team after they were beaten on Friday night. Hayes just got back into the game.
Such regularity. I mean, what she did there looked easy, but there's very few players in the league that can do it like that.
You just expect her to do it every time. Washington has hit all 4 shots from the floor. Montgomery from way downtown.
But Seattle has gotten 52 combined from Stewart, and Howard added 15 from Clark. What a performance from the front court of the Storm. Celadon working hard, able to lay it in. 12-point Seattle lead. Lloyd has 11 points to go with 6 rebounds and 6 assists. Bonner pushing off, lays it in. 19 for Jewel Lloyd and a big 3 for Seattle. January flings it. Bonner run off. 5 to shoot, and Bonner glides to the...
Playing so well for the Connecticut Sun in the last 10 games. Important for her to get early shots and confidence.
That one goes...
Williams had it knocked away by Celadon. And then this...
Turner looks off the pass. Finds January. Way off on a 3. She led the WNBA in three-point shooting percentage this season. Shot it at 47%. Nice look. Bird to Howard again, getting...
That can take over a game, can take over a playoff series. We know that because we've seen her do that time and time again in the playoffs. Multiple years of deep runs in the WNBA playoffs. They sorely miss her.
Bentley.
Aisha Hines-Allen throws it in. Continues to play well. She had a nice performance in Game 1, brings a toughness and an attack mentality.
Player Mike Tebow's very excited about the future for her. 19th pick of this year's draft. Langhorne, the veteran, working the footwork, getting the whistle. Dropping for Washington. Stewart forces it up and in, plus the first possession. As Bonner now has 20. Stewart connects on a 3. And 4 straight from Phoenix. Mercury facing elimination. Seattle trying to head to the finals, and Bird cans the 3. Trying to take Quinn. Bonner can't squeeze it in. The follow is good.
About her that she's been so poised and effective.
She's just a calm kid with a good focus. I mean, that's why you draft a kid like that and hope that, you know, that she's...
Here is Stewart. Fading away, short, good D from Griner. Here comes Taurasi. Taurasi weaving, sees a lane and got wedged between. You bet, on a 3.
Beautiful pass on the money by Sue Bird, leads to a make.
Underneath, it's Cloud. Celadon raises up, can't hit Stewart. The box out. Stewart has missed her last 4 shots after hitting her first 4. Howard gets inside and squeezes it in. Got a strong start to game 4, struggled mightily in the second half. Can't connect on her first look here.
Breon January, one of the elite defenders in the WNBA, has done a terrific job on Jewel Lloyd.
Turner steps into a 3 and knocks it down. 5 to shoot. January heaves. No. 0 for 11 Phoenix is from deep. Stewart rumbles, floats, no, but a whistle. Taurasi gives it up. Griner can't finish, and Stewart comes in to claw the rebound. It's an extended 13-4 run. Canada lays it up and in. Will fire away and connect on a bomb. Diana Taurasi 13-0 all-time in winner-take-all contests. Howard rattles in a three. Jordan Canada, the rookie, in for Bird as Stewart can't hook it in. Rebound corralled by Hawkins. Tiana Hawkins tees it up. Can't hit. Howard came back for the ball.
Free throw to Montgomery, who hit her first point. Sykes! Picked up by Natasha Cloud. Deladon over Williams. So a three for Tall.
Looking to try and run Phoenix out of it. That rims out. Here comes Taurasi. 15 points, 3 assists for Taurasi. How about that? She got it. A three. Lloyd has 2 to shoot. She will. Short. Rebound fended for by Taurasi. Taurasi's three is good.
Actually watched an entire workout pregame with Todd Troxall, one of the assistant coaches, who's done a terrific job with Brittany Griner in her one-on-one game. She is as comfortable over the left as she is with the right. She steps out, has a 15-foot jump shot and a three-point jump shot as Diana makes a nice shot there.
Washington has a little bit of nerves, and then the one player who doesn't is Ariel Atkins, their rookie.
No look, Bird to Howard.
At the same time. And I think to add to that, you need to play a team that's close to where you are. So if Seattle plays LA or Phoenix plays Vegas, because what Los Angeles has been through, and it's not just Los
Thomas stood up by January, can't bank it in, and a nice job on the glass from Griner. Here comes January. January's floater is good, and it's a
Hands.
Howard, Seattle needs it. They don't get it. Rebound January. Mercury in control. Oh, without Taurasi yet scoring. Does it change here? It does. Bonner with 2 to shoot. Bonner has to hoist. Controlled by Seattle. 6-point game. Bird. The jumper is good. WNBA in 3-point makes per game and 3-point percentage this season. Walker Pratt can't hit. Here is Bird. Bird's jumper is good.
Well, guys, what's interesting to me is how Elena Deladon and Christy Tolliver ended up in Washington. Tolliver was a free agent and had just won a WNBA championship in LA. And Elena Deladon had been to a finals in Chicago, but both players noted they wanted to get closer to home. Christy Tolliver said she wanted to do something in Washington that had never been done.
Nazare, the 6th overall pick, averaging 9 points per game. Taurasi makes it look.
Honor trying to take Stewart. Stewart hung right with her. Outstanding defense from Breanna Stewart.
And way to finish the play by Jewel Lloyd. Stellar rebound.
Lloyd muscles her way inside, and that's going to be fouled.
Cam Beige comes out. There's Taylor with the specs. Karima Christmas Kelly played earlier this season. 6 games. And then had...
She is dealing with severe anemia. She actually had to have an infusion here at a hospital in Washington on Thursday. Anemia causes fatigue. You lack oxygen in your blood. And
minutes per game. She comes here, finds a home, and has been ridiculous here in Game 3.
And an incredible playoffs in general as Deladon smoother. 7 seconds left in the half. Deladon, Ruffin Pratt, wide open, Hines Allen.
to be more aggressive. She needs to force the issue a little bit more on both ends of the floor. And Atlanta's best chance to win is with Tiffany Hayes playing at a high level.
Atlanta has not led in this game, has trailed by as many as 10 points. Again, now they are playing without Angel McCautry, who tore her knee 3 weeks ago.
Here we go. in the WNBA, Holly. Hits the three. The #1 overall seed trying to get off to a 1-0 start in this best of 5. January finds Talbot. Taurasi a 3. Off the mark. And that will do it. Game 1 go. Seconds of their core 4 together on the floor. Ogumake not fouled yet. Now she is. Has 3 seconds. Being able to come back. She has come back here in Game 5. Ooh, that have won 4 elimination games, including games 3 and 4 of this series. Do they have any magic left? Griner, the turn, and the quick 2. With Phoenix controlling the basketball.
Quick 2 or 3 if you've got it. Get the ball to Diana Taurasi.
Into Griner. Hand off to Rossi. A 3 is good.
Seattle will be keyed on her the rest of this game.
9-point Seattle lead. Diana Taurasi has never lost a winner-take-all game. January fouled by... Does Seattle foul? Does Taurasi get a shot from deep? Bonner lobs it in. Griner finds Taurasi. A 3. It's good. She got...
Neither Minnesota nor Los Angeles even made the semifinals this year. And here we are. 1 possession game. Hayes guarded by Cloud, goes by her, puts it up and in! There 11 points scored by Bentley.
Okay, so Washington has a foul to give here. Let's see if they use it when Bentley starts to attack.
Guarded by Powers. Bentley drew the foul with 3.5 seconds left.
There's a hot potato there for a moment. Tolliver can't hit the 3. Lloyd able to fingertip the rebound. Things a little frantic. Stewart a 3. Is good. Point game. 25 for Diana Taurasi. Lloyd sees a seam and curls it in. Briefly double. Clark swivels, can't finish. Howard keeps it alive. Who's going to win it? Deladon, the accurate tip over to Sanders. A 6-5 start for Seattle. Cloud cradles and draws the whistle.
Cloud from the outside got hit.
Tolliver got caught on her hip and still was able to scoop it in. Tolliver with 11 points now. Lloyd cutting through the D and got the foul.
With her team's defense, she said, guys, we've only gotten 1 stop, and they're on pace to score 40 in a quarter. She said, we have to play with our hands up, guard your individual matchups. And when she came to Atlanta, that's what she really did for them.
And she bangs in a bomb herself.
It's going to be a fun matchup to watch. DeWanna Bonner and Brianna Stewart guarding one another.
Howard has added this to her game, and it looks smooth. Hot. Lloyd sees a lane and gets the... Clark muscling inside. Nice job. It was the bench who got Seattle back in this game after being down 12. Turner off on a 3. Seattle actually took a lead early in this second. The starters have struggled. Lloyd, good look. Griner there to thwart the attempt of Howard. Stewart looking for space. Back to Howard. Howard pops it in.
Tilted very much in the Dream favor there in Game 2.
First basket for Tiffany Hayes, leading this team in scoring during the regular season. Tolliver, nice pass to Sanders, and found the rim.
For one. Instead, Beard will handle the point for the Sparks. An 8-4 lead for Minnesota. LA just 2 of 9 from the floor. Gray tees it up and knocks it down from...
Cloud's first turnover in this series.
She has been absolutely brilliant running this squad. Renee Montgomery gets it over to Tiffany Hayes. Had a better game 2 after struggling a bit down the stretch in the regular season. Outside look, and it is buried.
Cloud hits them both. Natasha Cloud shot at a career high 44% from the floor, 39% from 3 this year. Here's Stewart again, getting the step and floating it in. And right now they're in a huge hole as Lloyd flips it in. 5th in the league in scoring this season, just under 21 points a game. Jordan Canada, the rookie, in for Bird as Stewart can't hook it in. Rebounders and Stewart to jump it up. And the 2018 WNBA Finals are underway as Seattle wins the tip. Here's Lloyd finding Howard, cutting to the lane for Rebounders and Stewart to jump it up. And the 2018 WNBA Finals are underway as Seattle wins the tip. Here's Lloyd finding Howard, cutting to the lane for
A challenge for Sandy Brondello and their bench, particularly after Little's injury. And so any points, any production they can get off that bench, it's so valuable for the Mercury.
And Bonnie Turner didn't waste any time putting up that 3. Maggie Lucas, who was just signed because of the depleted bench, has checked into the game, got into Cambay.
She gave Angel Robinson the bunny. She chose not to take it. She waits a little bit longer and gives one to Devereaux Peters.
Now 6 assists for Taurasi. And this is smart for Dallas. Just keep going after Robinson. Here's Cambay.
Oh. Notre Dame?
Yep.
In 2001 semifinal.
Williams has made big plays all night. She has 18. Herb Miller talked about how she is our most confident player. She has the right mentality for these kind of games. Reiner, another deep catch, and another easy finishing down the stretch strong, getting January back at full tilt.
Allowing her to play more minutes because she's one of the best defenders in the WNBA, but also gave her the practice time to get confidence in her shot. More difficult road trip for a West Coast team than to go to or from Uncasville, Connecticut.
Yeah. No airport right nearby as fouls got hooked.
There's a whole lot more available at WNBAstore.com. One store, every team. Atlanta can take the lead. Monique Billings, rookie from UCLA, now with the ball in her hands briefly. Shot clock. Winding down. Bentley scoops it up.
And Taurasi also had a splendid round 1 with 26 points on 6 of 12 from 3 and 12 assists, a playoff career high. Here's Jasmine Thomas getting the edge and laying it in.
Shots that Ariel Powers has made here in the first quarter.
Alex Bentley was instant offense when she came in.
So add 2 points to the ledger for Phoenix. You saw the missed free throw. A 2013 Mercury edge. Bird playing with the mask after a 5th broken nose. Bird lays it up on Ain on the... Here is Quinn. Into Stewart. Stewart, one-on-one with Little. Bonner was shading. Open player Quinn. 3 to shoot. Finding and cutting. Stewart who is fouled. And Brianna Stewart will...
Starting for this team the last couple years, but coming off the bench after being a starter. Deladon against Parker. Cloud left open. Already has 1 3. Make it 2.
It's not 100%. She's not as quick, particularly not as explosive, I should say, off the dribble. But you got to credit her for giving it a go and trying to fight through the injury.
Cloud.
This is the largest lead of the series for Phoenix.
You see the pressure Yvonne Turner is putting on Sue Bird. What a dime to the cutting.
She has certainly elevated over awful.
She was awful in the game 1, but she owned it. And she's come out with much better energy and much better production in games 2 and 3.
Oliver Give it over to Sanders. Count.
Both in percentage and makes. And they have not shot it especially well through the first two games, despite being up 2-0.
And makes like that is one of the things that makes Seattle so difficult to defend. That was really good defense by Washington.
Tolliver gets one to drop.
Coincidence? It just shows the importance. I mean, you look at her plus minus, she's plus 13. That's best in the game.
Affecting play on both sides of the court. Tolliver looking like...
Some of that is on us, and some of that is us needing a better whistle.
All right, so we need Elena Delle Donne to get as many free throws as Brianna Stewart.
Stewart gets the step.
Executed, which Sue was very upset about, but it was she who drew it up.
Clark got hit, and will shoot. Canada turns the corner, bodies in, and gets the whistle. Game 5 will be Tuesday on ESPN2. For more on these games and all playoff info, go to WNBA.com and visit the WNBA app. Stewart, nice ball fake. Her pull-up is good.
3-point game. Stewart, the deep catch, and the hook.
Bird thought about the three. Stewart will take. It's hit.
Nathan Pratt has given them a nice punch off the bench.
She certainly has.
She's got 9. Montgomery.
So far she has tonight. Still waiting for Taurasi and Bonner to join her though. Griner has the last 7 for Phoenix. Bird sees a seam and scoops it in.
Other perimeter players from Minnesota simply cannot make a perimeter shot.
Game tied at 34. Gray cuts through the lane, lays it up and in.
Circuitous route to the WNBA. Well, Sammy Whitcomb's is almost exactly the same. Graduating from the University of Washington in 2010, had to go play in Australia for nearly a decade before she got a chance to make a team. She made the Seattle Storm last year, and here she is in the playoffs, and the biggest moments rising to the occasion.
She sure is, as Griner. Bird will drive it. No look to Stewart. She's got it. Oh. The music choices the first time they met 20 years ago.
And if you're going to tell somebody to show Diana Taurasi a good time, Sue Bird's probably the right person, right?
Absolutely. You won't find a cooler cat. Or human. Stewart through the lane, lays it in with the left hand.
All right, Jewel Boy, if you're willing to take that, we see your toughness.
First turnover for Phoenix. Seattle has won that battle each of the first 2 games. Howard squeezes it in.
Games in the last 2 inbounds plays, one for each team, executed beautifully for scores.
Stewart, the deep catch, the turn, and the finish. Don't know about fanny pack, but we know the gear.
It's fire.
It's lit. Stewart finds Clark, briefly double. Clark swivels, can't finish. Howard keeps it alive. Who's going to win it? Delle Donne, the accurate tip.
Taller defender Lloyd Honor. Pretty good sell job. I would have liked the no call there.
Taurasi's still upset. Bird to Howard through traffic. She banks it in.
Part of the season. The energy flying around defensively and just playing with a great deal of confidence.
During the regular season, they were the best defensive team when it came to field goal percentage defense. Washington has 5 turnovers in this quarter. Montgomery!
Certainly is an uncharacteristic sequence for Candace Parker.
scared, spins, and scores in the lane.
Pass inside to her.
7 points from Moore, who, as you said, is just moving crisply, which is what Cheryl Reeve said would be key to know what kind of Maya would be in the arena tonight. Agrumake somehow able to hook it around.
How determined is Brianna Stewart today? Just taking matters into her own hands when her team needs a bucket.
19 for the most decorated player in women's college basketball history. Reiner gets the space and lays it in. You can also catch both games live on the ESPN app.
We were watching some of that Atlanta-Washington game on our ESPN app earlier.
Atlanta's done such a wonderful job without Angel McCautry as Taurasi got the whistle.
Yes, exactly.
Seattle has played splendidly rhythmic basketball in this first half. A 12-point lead. Reiner's been terrific for Phoenix, and she draws the foul there as Yvonne Turner out, so a bigger lineup for the Mercury right now.
Defensive lineup.
January, run off the line, trying to get inside, finishes, and the foul.
Not to get caught in Seattle's pace because they are so good when it's a frantic, fast game.
Stewart, she's on. It'll be Stewart and Sanders to jump it up. And Seattle wins the tip as Tolliver immediately applies pressure to Bird. Remember the Storm starting lineup, trying to get at least 50% in game one, and Stewart off to a good start.
Running into the locker room telling Holly Rowe how she feels they're in a better place, feels they're better equipped to handle the emotions of a second half of a playoff game like this. As Thomas got hit and flips it in.
So Atlanta's been a team that has been so disruptive defensively the entire year. In the first 3 possessions, anything but that.
Sykes gets hit before her shot.
So if she, if something happens where she doesn't get a call, those things fuel her just as much.
Lloyd off to a terrific start, 9 points, 4 of 6 shooting. Here is Griner, one-on-one with Stewart, goes to the righty hook.
And Dan Hughes really credits Minnesota for her development. Said, look, she didn't get the playing time there, but she was developed there under Cheryl Reeve, and we have reaped the benefits now just giving her more playing time here in Seattle.
Canada cans the three.
Anna Taurasi on their team, and she's been known to pull out some big moments.
They can cut it to single digits here. Bonner rumbling in, curled it off an impossible.
Right, Brittany Sykes comes out and hits a 3 for Atlanta. Alex Bentley with 9 points in only 6.5 minutes. In the first quarter, was able to come away with the long rebound. We're inside 2 minutes to go. Atlanta trying to get to its 4th final, first since 2013. Deladon, tough shot, hits it.
She said, Holly, there's no time for fear in basketball. She doesn't remember what shot she just missed. She just knows the one she's going to take next.
She's always been that kind of player.
Is Parker without Rebecca Brunson, and the lineup for Minnesota, they go with their small lineup.
And Candace Parker finished the season on a tear, 20 and 10 she averaged over her final 14 games, throwing 5.5 assists as well. Here is Moore getting tripped up on her first drive. 10-0 start to the 4th for the Mercury, facing elimination. They don't look like a team that's ready to go home. Griner, another bucket.
Ridiculously deep 3.
Taurasi, 10 points in this first half. She's 12-0 winner-take-all games. Taurasi connects. There it is.
Further, she said she should be okay, but we will obviously wait to hear after they do the MRI.
Good news for now, though, Holly, is Bird, an 11-time All-Star, 4-time gold medalist, zips to the rim for 2.
And she hits 1 of 2 and has all 3 points. Taurasi, no one has scored more than her in the history of this league when Fred Williams was let go.
What an incredible player Taj Franklin was. And he's so difficult to go against, like a coach on the floor. And so no surprise to me that she's now a coach on the sideline.
Or as an assistant. Or Johnson, excuse me, for Washington.
She can get going. And again, she's not a player that averages a ton for Washington, but she has the ability to step out and hit some outside.
Alicia Clark, Crystal Langhorne, Brianna Stewart, Jewel Lloyd, and Jordan Canada are the 5 on the floor for the Storm, who have a 2-point lead.
So now Seattle can play it a little bit more true to their defense in terms of not doubling, but you always got to stay with.
And the year after giving birth, she leads the league in minutes this season as well, and has played every minute so far today in Game 1 against Seattle.
Not only getting her body back into shape, but new parents know the rigors of taking care of infants, and especially twins.
How does no Griner change things for Phoenix?
But they can't play through the inside anymore. You don't draw the double team anymore to get your perimeter players open looks. But what doesn't change is you still have Diana Taurasi.
A bomb is good! Seattle is 5 of 7 from deep. They have a 6-point lead. Taurasi with an answer. 86 all. Winner goes on to face Seattle in the semis. Taurasi whips it. Bonner on the move. Lost it. Trying to get it back. She does and finishes.
Here, they have been terrific from outside the arc here in Game 3.
Seattle 9 of 18 from deep in this game. Deladon takes it in and gets the roll. We'll go without Sue Bird on the floor. Taurasi backs it up. 7 to shoot. Taurasi in on Stewart. Taurasi curls it in. 24 for the MVP Stewart. 1-point game. Taurasi eyes it and cans it. Bonner got hit, puts it in.
And right now, Washington with 5 turnovers. Seattle scored 6 points off of those. It's been a lot of mistakes for the Mystics early.
Deladon trying to insist her way in and does.
I think that's a win for everybody.
Yeah, that's a nice rabbi to go to after a tough Game 5. Kobe Bryant has continued to be there for Jewel Lloyd. Lloyd banks it in.
The 2-time defending player of the year. She said, I've tried to learn all the tricks of the trade from the veterans. Not only Elena Beard, but Tina Thompson. And boy, has she been a stopper. Whether it's Diana Taurasi or Elena Deladon or Christy Tolliver, she's been able to guard.
Free throw percentage. It's a 10-0 Washington run. Bird catches the high pass. Nice find to Howard, who lays it in.
Esqueta Lewis connects.
Stewart, when she has both feet in the paint, forget about it.
Dan Hughes was very happy with how his team used defense to flow into offense in Game 1 as Howard.
The engine to making Seattle go. I know you guys are friends. How do you limit her impact in this series?
Playoff Game 5 or a Game 5 series, it's chess, it's not checkers.
And Griner back taps the tip, and Phoenix controls. Crowd will stand here until the first bucket. January connects.
In the early 90s, he said, if you could see his body and her body, it reminds me so much of how her dad used to play, how he used to move. He's had his eye on her since she was very, very young. And in fact, when he had the third pick...
The baseline, and you're asked to corral her, keep her in front, cut her off. Man, that's a difficult ask for any post player in this league.
Hayes with just 9 points. Make it 12.
Before the fourth quarter, you heard Holly Rowe's interview with Brian Agler, and he talked about it a lot before the game as well. We need to learn how to close out games. Up 5 with 5 to go. Wow, what a move. One of the best, if not the best in the game.
Now, she just took her second foul, which is something Sandy Brondello wanted her to be a little more conscious of when thwarting drives. We'll see if that comes into play. Bird connects on a three.
And play at this high level. There she is with the beautiful babies. I know they're home with their mom, Candace Dupree. Big shout out to Candace as well. But DeWanna Bonner, I've never seen her play like this.
Phoenix and Sandy Brondello also doesn't have the depth that Connecticut does.
But there's no part of the Phoenix Mercury right now anyway that looks fatigued.
Good look inside as Williams.
Phoenix was forced to switch it, and Talbot got caught.
Smith over to Stevens.
A lot of conference semifinals. Game 3 of a 3-game series, which Minnesota won on their home floor. Gray curls it in, and Agumake puts it home. Anna Stewart, and Sue said she really didn't know if she'd ever be back in a game like this, so she is just so excited about this opportunity.
And one of the things I love about it, as you said,
Her plantar fascia, but nothing like what she's faced this year with severe anemia. She's had to get iron transfusions at Georgetown, has just been fatigued for stretches of this season, but you can't tell.
Atlanta be without Sykes today. I mean, her aggressiveness, the way she's been able to attack. The only player with double digits for the Dream.
Breland got a good look and knocked.
block.
And you may have been able to see Kurt Miller mouthing 1 foul in 14 minutes. Phoenix has had just a single foul called against them thus far. Jones goes up, under and in.
Moving, you're going to get the foul called.
First personal on Bonner. Griner and Taurasi each have 2. Bird has 2. Bird's pull-up is good.
Nice cut. Tolliver found her.
As we've seen it, when there's a certain level, and this is what her opponents often talk about too, there's just a certain level of ticked off that when Taurasi gets to that place, she's virtually unstoppable.
And it can come from something her opponent does.
She's back in for the Storm. Here is January. Phoenix yet to hit a 3 in this game. Griner the deep catch and the bucket.
Value in each possession, you know, making sure we take care of the ball, we get good shots, and we got to continue to diversify our schemes because they're really good if they kind of know what we're doing.
Thank you, Coach.
You're welcome.
Dan Hughes, third winningest coach in WNBA history in his first year with Seattle.
It's a contested shot, and as you said, no one's under there. So wait, you can get that shot at the end of the shot clock if you need to.
And Deladon will check in along with Tierra Ruffin-Pratt for Washington at the next whistle. We go inside a minute. Shot clock skinny for Bentley.
Seattle thrived in game 1 off of Phoenix's turnovers. Phoenix needs to take care of the basketball.
That was a key as Talbot lays it in off the delivery.
It's the opponent that brings it out in her. We might see it here.
And usually a bucket or 2 follows. Taurasi yet to score in this game. Griner working hard against Stewart, won the battle, and Team Sue. Bye. Humor from the goat after an outstanding series and her team falling just short. Deladon trying to recollect.
And helping to force a turnover.
Jessica Breland is guarding Deladon. Ariel Atkins had a good game 3. 17 points right behind Ariel Powers, who came off the bench and was very aggressive offensively. Atkins elevates, got hit.
Jones now with 10 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists. Griner spins inside, got hit, squeezes it in.
Bye.
7 turnovers in the third for Phoenix. Storm with a 13-point lead. Bonner Leans in, got the win after being stunned at the end of the fourth quarter like that.
You listen to whatever Sue Bird said in that last huddle. She's been in these moments before.
Well, much of that last Seattle huddle was spent trying to regain some confidence. The players were looking around saying to each other, we're fine, we're fine. But then
defensive board, push the pace, drain a three.
Number 1 in the league in fast break points this season. And it was a chief concern for Sandy Brondello, keeping it from being a running game. Bonner slides in, finishes it.
And move them. They've switched some, they've stayed some, and we haven't necessarily been aggressive in the pick and roll. And we need to go back to that and really be aggressive. Thank you, Coach. You got it.
And really genuine excitement when it kind of hit her that, whoa, wait, this is my playoff debut. We were talking to her before the game. And you heard Holly update her health earlier as Griner got...
It's 10 more minutes here, but we know, this is an aggressive team. We've got to stay locked in. Thank you, Coach.
Diggins-Smith basket now makes it 7 straight points for Dallas after they were down by 20. Melanie Mitchell. Deladon posting up Breland. Hayes brought the double team. Breland on. Five-point lead. Washington goes back to their superstar. Good double brought by Williams. And then a foul.
Much more experienced Phoenix Mercury.
Since game 1, Brittany Griner has been outstanding at catching deep, getting deep position and catching with 2 feet in the paint.
Bird will pop and hit from 3. And Rebecca, you looked it up the other day. This season, she bounced back after single-digit scoring efforts with monster games. You think at some point those shots will start falling?
And it only happened 3 times in the regular season where she was held to single digits. One of them was because she only played 5 minutes due to illness.
Not led since this was a 4-3 game. Seattle at a 12-point lead with 2:04 to go in the third. It's 13-2 Phoenix since. Stewart, an open 3 is off, but a foul. And for
with the NBA, the football, the WNBA, there's so many sports activities to go to, so I'm just excited to be able to attend something like this.
Washington, the last 4 minutes, has outscored Atlanta 11-2. Deladon working on another double-double, 1 rebound away. Hayes goes right at Deladon and puts it in.
Game 2, you're playing for some confidence, trying to find things that are going to be effective on both ends of the floor.
talking with Mike Tebow, Washington's head coach, before the game. He was already conscious of what a quick turnaround it's going to be for Elena Deladon.
Finish with the defender right there.
21 for Deladon. Playing with that bone bruise in her left knee. Bird curls, takes, and hits from three.
Inside.
Beautiful delivery. Bird curling, catching, taking, hitting.
Eye on her for years. He tried to get her out of the draft, wanted to trade for her again. He said, I knew her father in college coached him, and he said, I knew she would be a good pro. It's just taken some time. And she said, finally, I have a coach that really believes in me, and that's what...
Many minutes from your big guns as you can in the playoffs. And the true playoff success stories are teams full of players that can handle that pressure that Taj was talking about, that can handle those moments that LaChina spoke of. That's what you have to do in the playoffs.
Here's the rookie Ariel Atkins, who's averaged 19 points in the first two in these finals. As Sanders...
Two-point game. It's been played very tightly here in the third. Lloyd raises up and cans the jumper
for the quarter.
The degree of difficulty on some of her shots in this game has been very high.
Lead is 12 for Seattle. January connects on the jumper.
Her second foul. It has been quite a second half for Phoenix. Mitchell, what a bounce pass in the corner.
The All-Star backcourt with Alicia Clark, Brianna Stewart, and Natasha Howard, who is named the most improved player of the WNBA this season. Crowd on its feet until Seattle gets its first bucket. Taurasi hits a bomb to begin things for Phoenix.